Los Angeles, California. Fire in a fuel processing facility. July 1959, Santa Susana Field Laboratory, Los Angeles, California. Partial meltdown. October 15, 1959, a B-52 carrying 2 nuclear weapons collided in midair with a KC-135 tanker near Hardinsburg, Kentucky. One of the nuclear bombs was damaged by fire, but both weapons were recovered. 1967 and June 1960, the 1960 Fort Dix IM-99 accident destroyed its IM-10 Bomarc nuclear missile and shelter and contaminated the Bomarc missile accident site in New Jersey. 24th of January 1961, the 1961 Goldsboro B-52 crash occurred near Goldsboro, North Carolina. A B-52 Stratofortress carrying 2 Mark 39 nuclear bombs broke up in midair, dropping its nuclear payload in the process. July 1961, Soviet submarine K-19 accident. 8 fatalities and more than 30 people were overexposed to radiation. July 6, 1962, Sudan nuclear test accidentally released 33 pbq of radioactive iodine-131 and other radioactive material. 21st of March, August 1962, radiation accident in Mexico City, 4 fatalities. 23rd of July 1964, Wood River Junction criticality accident resulted in 1 fatality. 1964-1969, Santa Susana Field Laboratory, Los Angeles, California. Partial meltdowns. 1965 Philippine CA-4 crash, where a Skyhawk attack aircraft with a nuclear weapon fell into the sea. The pilot, the aircraft, and the B-43 nuclear bomb were never recovered. It was not until the 1980s that the Pentagon revealed the loss of the 1 megaton bomb. October 1965, U.S. CIA-led expedition abandons a nuclear-powered telemetry relay listening device on Nanda Devi. 7th January 1966, the 1966 Palomares B-52 crash occurred when a B-52G bomber of the USAF collided with a KC-135 tanker during mid-air refueling off the coast of Spain. The KC-135 was completely destroyed when its fuel load ignited, killing all 4 crew members. The B-52G broke apart, killing 3 of the 7 crew members aboard. Of the 4 Menk-28 type hydrogen bombs the B-52G carried, 3 were found on land near Almería, Spain. The non-nuclear explosives in 2 of the weapons detonated upon impact with the ground, resulting in the contamination of a 2 square kilometer, 490 acre, 0.78 square mile area by radioactive plutonium. The 4th, which fell into the Mediterranean Sea, was recovered intact after a 21-half-month-long search. 21st January 1968, the 1968 Thule Air Base B-52 crash involved a United States Air Force, USAF, B-52 bomber. The aircraft was carrying 4 hydrogen bombs when a cabin fire forced the crew to abandon the aircraft. 6 crew members ejected safely, but one who did not have an ejection seat was killed while trying to bail out. The bomber crashed onto sea ice in Greenland, causing the nuclear payload to rupture and disperse, which resulted in widespread radioactive contamination. May 1968, Soviet submarine K-27 reactor near meltdown. 9 people died, 83 people were injured. In August 1968, Soviet nuclear ballistic missile submarine development program Project 6667A. Nuclear-powered Yankee-class submarine K-140 was in the naval yard at Severodvinsk for repairs. On August 27th, an uncontrolled increase of the reactor's power occurred following work to upgrade the vessel. One of the reactors started up automatically when the control rods were raised to a higher position. Power increased to 18 times its normal amount, while pressure and temperature levels in the reactor increased to 4 times the normal amount. The automatic startup of the reactor was caused by the incorrect installation of the control rod electrical cables and by operator error. Radiation levels aboard the vessel deteriorated. 10th of December 1968, Mayak, former Soviet Union, criticality accident. Plutonium solution was poured into a cylindrical container with dangerous geometry. 1 person died, another took a high dose of radiation and radiation sickness, after which he had 2 legs and his right arm amputated. January 1969, Lucens reactor in Switzerland undergoes partial core meltdown, leading to massive radioactive contamination of a cavern. 1970s, 1974, and 1976, Columbus radiotherapy accident, 10 fatalities, 88 injuries from cobalt-60 source. July 1978, Anatoly Bugorsky was working on U-70, the largest Soviet particle accelerator, when he accidentally exposed his head directly to the proton beam. He survived, despite suffering some long-term damage. July 1979, Church Rock uranium mill spill in New Mexico, USA, when United Nuclear Corporation's uranium mill tailings disposal pond breached its dam. Over 1,000 tons of radioactive mill waste and millions of gallons of mine effluent flowed into the Porco River and contaminated